Hi, I'm Nick Jacobson. I'm the Democratic nominee for state representative in the 85th House District of Pennsylvania. I was born in Monroe Township, Snyder County, moved around a little, spent some time in Selinsgrove, a lot of time at Moose Park there. Then we moved up to Winfield, went to Lewisburg schools. I graduated there in 2019, and then to Yale University, where I graduated in 2023. Came back here. I love this area, and I think we can get a lot of good stuff done in Harrisburg. I'm running for state representative because I believe in the future of the district, and I think the decisions that we make right now are the ones that are going to shape our future in the next, not just tomorrow, but in the next 10, 20, 30 years. I'm a young guy, and I get to see a lot of my friends who I grew up with, went to school with, going out, starting their lives, raising families, making decisions about their futures. And I want those decisions to be made in the 85th district. And I think right now we have a real opportunity to invest in the things that will determine our future, in our schools, in our internet access, in our infrastructure, the foundations of our small business economy, our farmers, our first responders, that make our community strong and that will make our community strong for the next, my lifetime and every generation to come. Look, a state representative's responsibility is not to represent their party, it's to represent the constituents and the people of their district. I'm a Democrat, but I'm not going to Harrisburg to be a Democrat. I'm asking you to send me to Harrisburg to represent you and your needs. And look, we're not going to agree 100% of the time. Probably the only person I agree with 100% of the time is me. And when we don't agree, my door will always be open, and I want to hear from you so that we can work it out and we can get it right next time. What I hear when I talk to people at their doors around the district, at township supervisors meetings and school board meetings, is people thinking about the future of our area and how we're going to keep young people here, to preserve what we love about this place, and to make ourselves strong, not just tomorrow, but for the coming 10, 20, 30 years. And I think the ways that we do that are investing in the foundations of our community. And I think that's infrastructure, the roads, the bridges, the transportation, the housing that we need for our families. That's education so that our kids can go to good schools and get a good start at life. And that's internet, because it's the 21st century. My dad runs his own business online. We got kids who can't do their homework down in Chapman Township because there's no internet down there. We meet our doctors online. These are the kind of things that are going to set us up for the future, and those are my priorities as your state representative. I'm proud of the education that I got at our local schools and in their roles of preparing our kids for the future and our area for the future. The first responsibility of a school is to educate kids, and we need to put academics first. That means empowering teachers to teach, to do their jobs, not overwhelming them with burdensome requirements and curriculum mandates down from Harrisburg. Second, we need to make sure that everybody walks into school feeling safe. And we can do that by following the evidence, which shows that if every kid knows that there is an adult that they trust in school, whether that's a teacher, a guidance counselor with a well-funded mental health support, a nurse, an aide, a secretary, every kid needs to feel like there's someone they can talk to if something's going wrong. And lastly, we need accountability for our education dollars, whether they're sent to public schools, to private schools, to charter schools, so that Pennsylvania taxpayers know that schools are putting the best use of their money towards our future. So one of the primary responsibilities of government, I believe, is providing that foundation for economic development and growth, allowing businesses and individuals and families to come to the area, to build their own lives, and to achieve the kind of prosperity we all want. And that doesn't happen without the basic roads, bridges, stoplights, public facilities, parks, pools, the kinds of things that people rely on as a base for their communities. The only way that we get that funding is if we have somebody in Harrisburg fighting for us every day, because now's the moment. Thanks to the last year of the Trump administration and 4 years of the Biden administration, there's an enormous amount of taxpayer dollars available right now, being spent right now across Pennsylvania and America, building this infrastructure for communities. And if we want to get it done in the 85th district, we need somebody in Harrisburg who isn't waiting around for the bridge to fall apart or the stoplight to stop working, but who is calling the departments, calling the bureaucrats, bringing them into our community, showing them what needs to be done, and then working proactively with the business owners, with the community leaders, with the families who see this infrastructure need and know how to fix it. Expanding broadband, cell service, internet service in our district is one of my top priorities as your state representative. It's the 21st century. Broadband is an essential part of our lives, whether that's for small business owners like my father, for whom internet has always been a struggle, or our kids coming home from school, having to do their homework and not having cell service, not having internet, and not being able to get online and do the work they need to do to get the education that they need to get. Or it's our senior citizens who want to visit their doctors online, for whom being able to connect to the internet versus having to figure out a ride to get to the hospital is the difference between having care and not having it. And in order to build out broadband in our area, we need somebody in Harrisburg fighting for us every day. The taxpayer dollars are there. Pennsylvania spent $200 million just this summer building broadband, and they didn't spend $1 of it in Snyder County, Union County, or Mifflin County. Juniata County got one project. So when we're talking about being able to do these projects in the 85th district, my priority in Harrisburg will be being the squeaky wheel for us every single day, making sure that the people who are building these projects and deciding where they go know that the 85th district deserves it just as much as anybody else does.